come back that has not been on the air, that has not been around for a while, whether it's WCW, ECW, or WWE, what pay-per-view would you like to see? Go ahead, WWE man.
I would like for the Attitude Era fans in the group or anyone out there, I would like to see Fully Loaded come back. That was a pay-per-view that was started in 1998 and they stopped it in 2000. It was a pay-per-view where they would go over to the UK and put a show on for the UK fans. And I would just like to see more UK trips be done. And Fully Loaded was a great pay-per-view to do such a thing. So, yeah, hopefully it'll come back sometime soon.
Cool, thank you. Diva Dammer.
Jen, I actually have 3, so do I just pick one?
Well, I mean, if you got a couple, go for it. But, I mean, if you got like a million of them you like to see come back, well, we ain't got all night.
Too many. No, actually 3.
Okay, go for it.
I'd like to see the War Games back because I like those.
Yes.
I want to see Starrcade because Starrcade is how WCW became known real fast from, starting out. And then I want to see In Your House because I kind of miss those.
I hadn't been on for a long time.
Yeah, I know. I'm showing my age. But I like those 3.
But they always put on good shows. I mean, they weren't like huge pay-per-view.
No.
But they were always still pretty good matches on those pay-per-views.
Yeah. It was to build up for something else. The in-betweener.
Exactly. All right, Chad.
My dad and I agree on this one. I think War Games need to come back.
I agree. Jesse.
I think that the old King of the Ring needs to come back.
The original?
Yeah, the original King of the Ring. Not this. Do it all in 2 days BS.
Agreed. Now, my pay-per-view I want to see back, I know a couple people mentioned it, was War Games. I thought it was awesome. And what was the name of the one? And I'm trying to think. I can't think of it. I'll come back to it another time. But War Games was always, I was always fascinated by War Games. Okay, so should we move on to our predictions? Our first match we got tonight that we're gonna go ahead and discuss is Neville versus Bo Dallas. Now this match here, if everybody remembers in NXT, Neville beat Bo Dallas to win the NXT Championship, which he held longer than anybody else to date. I'm going to go ahead and start with Chad. Who you got in this match, Chad?
Neville. Hands down, Neville.
Hands down, huh?
Yeah, because honestly, you look at it. Look at Neville's. Neville's a lot quicker than Bo Dallas. More top rope moves than Bo Dallas. And Neville's just someone I like a lot.
Okay. WWE man, who you got?
I've got Neville. You got to look at it this way. He's a young, talented prospect that really hasn't had that much ring time, and I think they're really going to do something good with him, and he's going to win tonight.
Hey, Jesse, who you got?
Neville. That red arrow of his, man. Nobody has been able to, nobody's been able to resist the red arrow.
Man, that reminds me of like back in the olden days with Sting and the Stinger Splash.
Tis true, tis
Yeah.
true.
Diva Damon, what you got? Who you got?
Of course, it's Neville. Neville has such an energy to him. I love him. He's got so much of both. He showboats too much. Even if he gets the simplest move, he'll showboat. And really, showboating, it's okay, you know. But I'd rather see the action, and Neville sure as world provides it.
Alright, well, I'm gonna throw my prediction out there. I'm gonna go with Neville too. It seems like we got unanimous decision here. And I'm gonna go with it for a couple reasons. First of all, he's definitely the best wrestler, hands down, between the two. Second of all, he needs to win. Bo Dallas, it is not gonna hurt Bo Dallas to lose this match. And Neville needs this win, and, you know, on the main roster. He needs it. He needs this push. And I'm glad. The one thing I got to give WWE credit for is pushing these guys from NXT and bringing them up to the main roster and pushing them. Neville, God, big one. Kevin Owens. I mean, which we're going to discuss in a little bit, his match. But, you know, it's interesting. They're pushing some young guys, and I'm really liking it. Go ahead.
You know, and then you've got the people like that have come up from the past. You've got people like Roman Reigns, Dean Ambrose, Seth Rollins, you know, and the NXT Divas division. I am really excited about what they're doing with those gals. I mean, you know, you got people like Bayley, you've got numerous talents down there. Charlotte Flair, you know, and
Exactly.
I'm really anxious to see how WWE, like you said, Jen, will use these guys to push it, because, you know, you got guys like John Cena getting older, you've got Randy Orton getting older, you've got the vets that are getting older, you know what I mean?
Yep.
We need some guys for tomorrow. What do you
Yes.
think? What do you think, Jen?
I agree. I mean, these guys are definitely the future of the WWE. And WWE, people like Vince McMahon, Triple H, and all the other higher up need to get behind these guys. Because, like you said, you know, Cena's getting old. Daniel Bryan's out. Okay.
I'm so sorry for him, though.
Undertaker's pretty much probably about gone. Maybe one more match. You know, there's a bunch of other guys who are just getting up there. I mean, Randy Orton's even coming to the end of his career pretty soon. You know.
Then Sting. Sorry, Lois.
Exactly.
Don't kill me.
It's okay, Chad. I know his career. I just wonder who I'll replace him with.
I mean, let's just think back for a second, guys. When we were all kids, I'm going to ask everyone this across the board. Who were your favorites? Mine was Hulk Hogan. You know, and then Hulk Hogan passed the baton to The Rock. And The Rock passed the baton to Stone Cold. Stone Cold drank a beer and flipped it off, and then he passed the baton on to, in my opinion, John Cena, which I don't mind John. I think he's good for the kids, like Hulk Hogan was good for us. How about you, WWE dude? What's your thought?
Okay, my top favorites.
Your top
were
guy.
definitely- Huh?
Your top guy. Who is it?
My top guy, definitely Taker.
I mean, he's really good. I agree. Undertaker is quite phenomenal. All right. Now we get to hear, I'm going to ask Diva Dameron. Who's your favorite?
Of course, you guys know it's Sting, but before Sting, Magnum TA and what happened to him tragically from his accident, that was a career cut short.
Yeah. Magnum had a good run.
Yeah, he would have been the next NWA champion, and who knows where he would have went from there.
All right. Jen, how about you?
I'm gonna go with what I think is one of the best in the business. Who helped create what we have today. Also, along with Hulk Hogan, I agree with Hulk Hogan. I was a huge fan of Hulk Hogan growing up. Still have a lot of respect for him as a wrestler. But I'm gonna go with a man who also helped pave the way for what wrestling is today, and that is my boy, the man, Nature Boy Ric Flair. Watching him back in the NWA days, part of the original Four Horsemen, it was just awesome. I mean, some of my favorite matches are Sting and Flair going at it. But
They had some great matches, Jim.
exactly, but Flair helped pave what we have today in the wrestling business, without a doubt. Him, Hogan, Ultimate Warrior, you know, all these guys from back in the 80s helped pave where we're at today. Without those guys, we don't have anything. There is no WWE. And the important thing is, and I stated this a little bit earlier tonight, guys, WWE higher ups need to get behind these NXT males and females. Get behind them and push them. Because don't bring them up on the main roster and crush them and bury them like they had before. You know, there are so many different things that, you know, that so many great talent coming out of NXT at this point that some people are comparing NXT to WWE's regular pay-per-views and saying that, like, NXT's those shows are a heck of a lot better than some of the WWE pay-per-views they put on. Gives you something to think about.
I mean, I noticed no one ever talked about these guys, and these are another couple of my heroes. Kerry Von Erich.
Yes.
You've got, his career was cut short too. Then you've got David. And then you've got, I mean, all the Von Erichs were WCCW was where it was at in Texas. And then you've got Jerry Lawler, Memphis boy. You know, then you've got, I mean, what I see going on with the WWE right now is they have done the swallowing. They swallowed up ECW. They swallowed up WCW. They swallowed up, I mean, not a big TNA guy, but TNA. What do you think, WWE, man? I know you got something on this one.
Well, up until TNA's recent demise, so to speak, TNA was the company I was watching because I didn't think WWE right now was providing good wrestling program. Other companies like TNA and ROH were the ones that I was watching, and I kind of left WWE for a while. Now that ROH is coming to Destination America, I'll still be tuning in, but I'm going to miss TNA because that's 3 companies that WWE has taken down. The last one left is ROH, and eventually they're going to swallow up all their competition, and then they're going to have to solely rely on themselves to provide a weekly product that everybody's going to want to watch. And right now, I don't think they can do it on their own. They're going to need some help.
Yep.
What do you think, Lois?
Wow. I am definitely an old school wrestling fan.
Wrestling.
Showing my age again. Oh, well.
Talk about wrestling.
Don't make fun of me, Chad. Anyway, they did swallow up their competition. And any business has to have competition to make them thrive for better. And Vince is wiping out everything he can. And I'm sorry to say that. I know I'm going to get criticized for this. But he's taking away. You can't have a business without something to compete against to make you do better than them.
Agreed.
And I don't like to call wrestling business. To me, wrestling was what it was in the 70s and 80s, what I grew up on. I just love that.
I can remember getting excited when they come out with the new magazines.
Yep.
I
I bought plenty of those.
All right, hey, we better get back on the wrangle. But
yeah, let's get back on here.
yeah.
I got to say this, Charles, we miss you. You are very well missed in this broadcast, and, you know, you're all right as far as I'm concerned. So we're going to wrangle this on back down to the Elimination Chamber.
All right. Yeah, Charles, you know, our heart goes out to Charles tonight, and we do miss him. Let me rewind a little bit. Let's rewind back to the kickoff show right before the pay-per-view, where Daniel Bryan will be sitting down and having a talk, expecting some type of news coming out of Daniel Bryan. So let's give everybody a chance to see. Maybe everybody can take a guess on what he's gonna have to say. Let's start with Diva Damon.
Yeah, first, Charles, do miss you. Okay, Daniel, I hope Daniel says he's going to be able to compete again. And even if it's after therapy, surgery, or whatever. But if he is not able, I hope he can say he's going to be a trainer for NXT or something. You know, I hate to see him leave the business because he does inspire a lot of people. He does things for Make-A-Wish and everything. I just think it's a loss to the wrestling business if he's gone.
Thank you. Jesse, what's your thoughts on Daniel Bryan?
My thoughts on Daniel Bryan is he is probably going to stay retired. However, he is going to be a coach on Tough Enough, which I think that will open up some doors for him to become like a coach on NXT and stuff like that.
Exactly.
So I don't think he will be completely out of the business, but as far as seeing him in matches, yes.
Chad, your thoughts?
Well, I like Daniel. And, you know, he's had every major title in WWE. I'm going to get that off. I'll get that out right now. And every time I think back in my mind to what he did for that little boy, Connor.
Oh, my goodness, yes.
You know, and I mean, what he's done for people like even Sami Zayn. I really, really, really hope to God he doesn't call his retirement on Wiz TV. And you know what? I'd like to see him either coach or take Michael Cole's spot. Because you know what? Daniel, in my opinion, he is very, very exciting. He put his body on the line way too much. And, you know, that's how we've lost a lot of other wrestlers from wrestling. You know, RVD's not wrestling as much. You know, Tommy Dreamer's not wrestling as much. But Daniel Bryan, as far as I'm concerned, he's a talent that is needed. He's a hero for little ones. He's a role model, and he does do a lot for Make-A-Wish. So does John Cena. I mean, John Cena holds the record out of every athlete to do Make-A-Wish. That's my thought.
Okay. WWE man, what's your thoughts on Daniel Bryan's conversation tomorrow on Miz TV?
Well, I have a bad feeling that we're going to hear another Edge story. And for those that don't know, what I'm comparing it to, Edge had to go on Monday Night Raw and discuss why his career was going to be cut short, and ultimately had to retire due to neck injuries. Daniel is suffering from the same thing, and it'll be very upsetting if he has to leave. But at the same time, it'll also be a relief because he won't be hurting himself every night. As for his future, he will be on Tough Enough, as Jesse stated. And no matter what happens, he is definitely going to be around the wrestling business because he is married to someone that is in the wrestling business. So there's no leaving it whether he wants to or not. So those are my opinions.
What about you, Jen?
I'm going to say that the only reason why they're going to have Daniel Bryan come on Men's TV is for two reasons. He's either coming back or he's done. And I'm going to call it like this. I'm going to call it that he's done. And that's sad. He did not have a chance to do the things that he could have done. I mean, in one night, he beat Triple H, went on to the main event, and beat Randy Orton and Batista to become the World Heavyweight Champion.
Do you remember who we went and celebrated with?
What was that?
Do you remember who we went and shot out of the ring and celebrated with?
Yeah. I think it's sad, and I think that, this is possibly going to be it for him. The good thing is he's not going to leave the business. He will still be behind the scenes. Like Jesse pointed out, he's a coach for Tough Enough. And they're going to get him other positions. It would be nice to see him at the announce table. Or heck, even in a manager position.
But they'd have to be real careful with him, though.
Exactly. And I'm sure they would be. But, so that's just, that's my thought on it. I hope I'm wrong, but let's move on to the next match, which will be for the Divas title when Nikki Bella defends against Naomi and Paige. Go ahead, WWE man. Give us your prediction on this match.
Well, I'm picking Paige. Everybody knows that this is the match where a lot of people, honestly, get up and they take a restroom break because, one, this match ends up being very, very short, and two, it's not very entertaining to watch. So I'm going to pick Paige, and hopefully the match will go more than 5 minutes. But I'm not having my hopes up. So.
All right. Chad, give us your prediction.
I'm going to go with that chick who has the weirdest shoes I've ever seen. I mean, I'm not a real big fan of Naomi, but I believe that she needs this match to say, hey, I can go from being a Funkadactyl to a women's champion. I mean, WWE is really scrapping for women talent right now on the main roster. I mean, they don't have Natalya. They're making her be a valet or something, but I really want to see Natty back in the ring. I mean, Paige, she's just coming back from being injured or whatever, and quite frankly, I'm tired of her yelling, "This is my house." I mean, she sounds like a banshee. Nikki, I mean, the Bellas are everywhere in WWE merch. I'm surprised they don't sell life-size bendable figures of the Bella twins.
Yeah.
Like Barbie dolls?
Like Barbies. But I think it'd be nice to see someone different than Paige, who's already gotten the champion. And,
Yeah.
That's my thought.
All right, Jesse.
You know what? I think it's going to be Paige because, let's face it, she is good in the ring. I know Naomi really hasn't gotten a shot. I mean, she has, but she hasn't. She's always been part of someone else's team. And this time, she's not exactly on her own, but she's still Naomi.
Yeah. Diva Damon, give us your prediction.
Wow. Well, the Bellas, what can I say? You know, the Bellas are there. They have, you know, been the top divas for the longest time.
Yeah.
And I like Naomi, especially that they made her aggressive. They made her a little bit tougher, more, you know, saying, I'm not a pushover. I can, you know, do anything you can do. And I like Paige. You know, she does actually, Chad's right in a way. Sometimes she does, when she does that My House thing, yeah, she kind of gets to sound like a banshee, but I like her. And she is tough. And yes, she is coming back from an injury. So that one may play a part, may not. It just depends on how the match goes. But I think I'm going to stick with Paige. But, you know, if Naomi wins it, I can live with it.
Yeah.
I agree.
I'm gonna go with Naomi, and I'm gonna disagree with WWE man here. This is not gonna be a bathroom break match because all three of these women have proven to be ruthless, action-packed, and darn good in that ring. And they have brought out the best in each other. They are going to take each other to the limit. That's the bottom line. They're going to take each other to the limit. It's going to be more than a 5-minute match. But I'm going to go with Naomi. Our next one, we have the first ever Elimination Chamber tag team match for the WWE tag team titles. We got the champion, New Day, defending against Los Matadors, Primetime Players, Tyson Kidd and Cesaro, their Ascension, and the Lucha Dragons. I'm going to go ahead and go with Jesse. Give us your prediction.
I think that Tyson Kidd and Cesaro are going to get those titles back just because they are really, really, really well paired together.
Good point. Diva Damon.
I'm going to go with Tyson and Cesaro because I like them. And I think it's about time to put the titles back. But not to belittle the other tag teams. I mean, they do have their attributes. They have proven they deserve to be there. But I'm just going to pick Tyson and Cesaro.
All right. Chad, what you got?
I mean, you know, well, New Day just. I'm gonna go with the Primetime Players. Why not? You know, or I would like to see the Ascension win, especially since they're young. But I mean, I think it's going to be nice that you can't have Lutz and Madiggett come in and interfere. You can't have the little bull come in and interfere. And I mean, let's face it, Natty needs to, you know, get back to her business.
I agree. WWE man, who you got?
Kidd and Cesaro. Just like what Jesse said, they're really well paired together. They have great chemistry. They know each other's sets of moves before they even complete them. You know, and I think they're a good fit to hold the tag team belts.
Alright.
I just miss the real Americans.
I like them too.
That was a good taking.
Alright. I'm gonna go with Tyson Kidd and Cesaro too. I think it's time to get the belts back on their waist, around their waist, and WWE's been showing them off a lot lately, a lot more the last couple of weeks. Chad brings up a good point about their Ascension. It would be interesting to see those belts go around Ascension's waist, because they could build those guys a little bit better. I think they need to be packaging, but that's a whole nother live stream. But I'm definitely gonna go with Tyson and Cesaro. I think this is gonna be a great match. I think that this is gonna be interesting seeing it for the first time. I mean, not only we have this first time, but we'll get on to another match, which is the first time for that match also. But first time tag titles have ever been defended in an Elimination Chamber. And the thing is, look at the players in this chamber match. How many of them have actually been in the chamber? I personally don't think any of them have been in the chamber. I could be wrong.
Who's in it again?
Millions of dollars.
Alright. We
But-
got
I don't think
Okay.
any of them have.
we got New Day.
New Day.
I don't think any of those guys have been in the chamber before. If anybody had, it's Kofi, but I don't even think Kofi's been in the chamber.
I think he's been in one, but I'm not sure.
Okay. It's possible, like I said. Matadors, I don't think none of them have been in the chamber. Primetime players, Tyson Kidd and Cesaro, the Ascension, and Lucha Dragons.
Definitely not.
So,
I mean, it's gonna be interesting because a lot of these other guys that are gonna be in the chamber are high flyers.
yeah.
Who knows? I mean, you know, we've seen some crazy stuff out of Kofi.
That's true. Alright. Let's move on to the next match. And this match is another first. For this time in the Elimination Chamber, the Intercontinental Championship. One of, in my personal opinion, one of the most prestige championships that there is, will be defended in the chamber. Now this will feature Rusev, Sheamus, Ryback, R-Truth, King Barrett, and Dolph Ziggler. Now I do want to point something out for our fans. In case they don't know, and in case you guys don't know, supposedly Rusev is injured, but they are talking about Bray Wyatt taking his spot in the chamber. So this should be an interesting match. I'm gonna go with WWE Man. Give me your prediction.
Ooh. If Rusev is injured, and they do bring in Bray Wyatt, like you said, I'm gonna go with Bray Wyatt.
Interesting.
Those are my thoughts.
Alright. Chad, give me your thoughts.
Feed me more.
Okay.
I mean, you guys all know I like Ryback. And, you know, they really haven't built him enough. Our fearless leader is on.
Yep.
Let's stop this and roll with it again.
No.
I just asked him.
What'd he say?
He said yes. I'll bring him in right now.
Hey, I'm not. I might have to have Charles help me because I don't know if this is on air or not.
Are we still on air?
I don't know. It says it's recording, but I don't know.
I was just asking who he's talking normal. I was just wondering.
Charles, welcome to the live stream, buddy.
I don't know if this is live or not, Charles. You might have to correct it.
Whose page is it on?
It's supposed to be on mine, brother.
I apologize, everybody. I've been in and out of bed all day. I haven't felt the best.
Hey, it's all right. We're glad you're here,
Hey,
my
you're
brother.
You're in our thoughts and prayers, Charles. You're in our
It's
thoughts
okay,
and prayers,
Charles.
my
It's
friend.
getting better.
All right, well, I'll go ahead and go over to Charles. Charles, if you would like to give your prediction for the Intercontinental Championship.
Red Rooster reject, Sheamus.
Yeah.
Because something just tells me I saw a preview after the Chamber. And I think, Lois, you told me about it, but Sheamus had the Intercontinental title.
Yes, I actually heard that too. So, yeah. Jesse, throw me your prediction.
You know what? I'm gonna go with Sheamus. He's playing a bad guy, and I think
What about his hair?
I know his hair is kind of crazy, but he's playing a bad guy, and he's good at playing a bad guy. So
All right. Diva Damon.
My turn. I want to say Dolph, okay? I know that Dolph is probably one of the underdogs in this. But lately, you notice he's getting a little bit more of a push with the Lana thing. And I wouldn't mind to see him have it. But now that I've seen the rumors that Bray's taking Rusev's place, I kind of wouldn't mind to see Bray win it. I mean,
Come on.
I'm sorry, he's proved himself, you know. He can do those kind, you know, he can do that matches. But the way Sheamus looks is because the hairdo he's got is for the movie, you know, the Ninja movie. So I see Sheamus probably winning this.
I hate to say this, but Sheamus in the new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie, he looks nothing like Bebop. Bebop was a pig.
Well, maybe they're saying Sheamus is a pig.
I'm sorry to say it, but it's the truth.
It is the truth.
I'm sorry, but it is the truth. He looks nothing like a pig. No.
So you've
Bebop was
seen
a
the
pig.
pictures.
Rocksteady was a... Alright. Bebop was a pig.
Unjoined.
Rocksteady was a rhino. None of the characters
Well, he's
look...
supposed to be Rock. Charles, he's supposed to look like Rocksteady.
Well, still, like I said, he looks like no rhinoceros to me. He looks like a Red Rooster reject.
Don't
Hey,
he doesn't.
You can go with what you will, but he don't look like none of the characters. He looks like a Red Rooster reject.
That's true.
Well, I'm gonna go with Sheamus. And I think he's getting the push that a good push, and not necessarily a great push, because I really don't think that it's doing much. But you know, WWE is pushing him. I think he's gonna get the title. But at the same time, as Charles mentioned, there is a rumor that they were advertising Sheamus at the Intercontinental Championship after Elimination Chamber. But then again, this is WWE, and they've been known that when things like that leak out, to change their mind. So keep that in mind during the pay-per-view.
Do I have
Yeah,
to?
they do change it.
hey, I hate to tell you all this. I'm looking at the thing, and we're not on my YouTube channel.
You're kidding, right?
No, he's probably not kidding.
Charles is the
Does that
expert
mean
on
we
it.
have to-
Huh?
Does that mean we have to start over?
Heck yes, that's how we roll.
oh yeah, very Hannah.
Here, let me
That's
do it.
okay.
Can I do it?
Yeah, let Charles do it.
Charles, I gotta have you teach me how to do that kind of stuff, dude.
Yeah, you need to teach me too.
Man.
I tried.
You and I saw
We
that
start
shit
anything?
about